Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to talk about the film A Simple Favor starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. We're going to talk about the performances, all the twists and turns, and more. This is episode 75 of the Reel-ists podcast. Hello, listeners. This is Donnie.
And this is Oscar.
And we have our producer, Ruben.
Hello.
And this is the Reel-ists podcast. Bah, 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 bah.
Adding more to the music, I see.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you are a new listener, welcome. We really appreciate you checking us out. If you're a returning listener, thanks for the support and continue to listen to us. And please continue to spread the word about our podcast to everyone you know. We are always grateful for that. Just keep spreading the word. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at, what are we at?
Team Reel-ists.
Team Reel-ists. Wow. Team Reel-ists, no dash. You can also leave us comments on YouTube, and you can leave us a comment and rate us on iTunes. We're here. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you guys want to hear. I think that's about it.
That is always. Yes, we appreciate all support, and we love to be in contact with everyone.
Everyone. So we are going to jump right into this episode. Oscar and I, and Ruben, we all went and saw this movie.
And 56 other people that were there in the showtime we went.
We went and saw A Simple Favor, starring Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively, Henry Golding. That was it. There were some other people in it, but those were the three main stars. And it was a hell of a movie, I must say.
Yes, it was. I don't know if you're gonna.
Oh, go ahead. Take it away.
I'm gonna do the spoiler little announcement. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, spoiler alert! I guess you just gave it.
Right.
So,
but yeah. So watching this movie,
tell us your thoughts.
This movie was really fun. From the 2/3 of it, the third act, and then we'll probably go into more detail later. But third act was the only one that was kind of a miss on the mark for me. But I really enjoyed Blake Lively. I feel like this kind of helped her. Not to say that she wasn't getting roles before, but I feel like this kind of helped her showcase that she can have a strong role in a movie. And then Anna Kendrick, that also boosted her credibility as an actress. So I feel like it really helped them both in their future, at the very least, I hope. But yeah, it was just a fun story to kind of follow along. It had that mystery vibe in the beginning, which if you like those kinds of things, you'll get hooked on. And as it unraveled, you just wanted to see how it plays out, regardless of the outcome. You really just wanted to see, like, okay, so is she dead? Oh, okay, there's a twist. Oh, so how did they get this pulled off, and what are they going to do now? So it was fun. I really did enjoy the premise of it, and the performances were really well done. That made this enjoyable, and one that I can see myself seeing often.
All right. I agree. This was a really, really fun movie to watch. So here's the thing. When we first went into it, when we were about to go see it, I was kind of thinking about, last week we did cover John Gone Girl, one of our favorite movies ever.
Check out episode 74.
Right? If you haven't already. And that, obviously has to deal with a woman missing. And then, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe, I don't know, we saw Searching. That was actually probably a month ago, right?
That was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Didn't it come out? Oh,
it came out the last week of August.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep putting August 5th. I keep putting that date on that one when that's very not accurate. Anyways, so then we had that movie. I loved it. Ruben hated it. He didn't hate it. I'm kidding.
I like you didn't give my review.
Oscar liked it. No, but so we had those. So I was kind of going in with those two movies on my mind. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm wanting to see another missing person, specifically a woman missing person type of film, just because we had heard those were still fresh on the mind. But after watching it, I was like, man, that was great. What I really liked about this film was it didn't take itself too seriously like some of, those other two. I'm not saying that Gone Girl and Missing or Searching, sorry. Not saying that those films took themselves too seriously, but they were very dramatic in tone and and that kind of thing. So it was very, very, it was gripping and suspenseful and very much a drama, like drama films. This one had some more dark comedy to it, so it was a little more lighter, but it still packed a punch, and it still was just, it was just as intriguing and mysterious, but it just had a slightly different tone to it. So I just really appreciated it for that. Ruben, did you want to say anything? I'm just giving you opportunity. I'm just saying. I don't know if there's something you want to add. How about if there's something you want to add, you'll just let us know. Okay. Ruben will tell us at the end. So, according to Google, A Simple Favor, directed by Paul Feig. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Feig.
It's like Feige, but without the E.
Okay, Feige.
No, Feige is Feige is the Marvel guy. I'm just saying. It's like
okay.
Feige, but
Paul F. We'll just call him Paul F. So, A Simple Favor centers around Stephanie, a mommy vlogger who seeks to uncover the truth behind her best friend Emily's sudden disappearance from their small town.
All right, I'm gonna give you the pros, the cons, and the ugly. Just kidding.
All right. What did you think about the performances? So it, like I said, it starred Blake Lively, Anna Kendrick, Henry Golding. Those were the three main people. And then the two children actors who were playing the children. They were great. But specifically those three, what did you think? Did you buy the chemistry? I mean, they all had to have kind of. I feel like it told the story about like all the relationships, like between the two best friends, between Blake Lively and her husband, and then you had time between Anna Kendrick and the husband. So it's like, what'd you think? Did you buy it?
I would say individually for the actors, they did well. I feel like collectively, like when they were paired up, it wasn't really hitting it for me all the time. There was good moments, but a lot of times it felt off in the sense that I didn't believe that this was a real relationship. Whether that was Blake Lively and Henry, or if that was Anna and Henry, or Blake and Anna. There's still only three combinations you can make, but it never really felt natural. I felt like it was characters, and I think that kind of took it away a little bit. There was just little reason to believe in their relationships. For at least the big one, Blake and Anna, the script is that they bonded for the kids because their kids wanted to get to know.
They want to have a play date,
right? And to me, it was just it didn't seem like it would be a natural fit that Anna and Blake would continue on as friends, like having the play date fine and then doing the little chatter, but it just didn't feel right. And obviously there was a reason to it, was that they were trying to pull off a scheme of collecting money, or at least Blake was. That was the intent. So I don't know. I feel like the relationship, the chemistry for all of them wasn't there for me. But individually, yes, they delivered their own character that helped progress the story forward. But just their interactions, it just felt like it was more of reacting to the story and the dialogue rather than being in this character and being part of this story. It felt like it was set in place. Like, oh, you're gonna stand right here and you're gonna react to what she just says. I don't know. To me, it didn't work. The chemistry didn't work. But individually, well done.
Okay. I kind of can see what you're saying. I think that individually, yes, I feel like they all were really great. And even going back to earlier, what you said about kind of Blake Lively and like her, role choices she's made in the past. Like, I was really glad that she was in this one, because the only movies I've seen of hers were Age of Adeline and the shark one.
The Shallows.
The Shallows, which I did like.
She was also in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I believe.
I never watched that one. Did you see that one, Ruben?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
You saw that one?
I have one up.
You seen that one?
I have.
Because America Ferrera, because your girl. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So those are the only two things I've seen her in. Didn't she come from like a TV show or something?
Wait, I did watch it. Yeah, Gossip Girl.
Yes. She was in Gossip Girl.
That's where she came from.
So Ruben knows all about Gossip Girl.
No,
I was just kidding.
I did watch Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I watched number 1, not number 2.
Yeah,
okay.
Number 1, not number 2. I didn't.
Well, anyways, the two movies that I seen, it felt like, oh, she was good, but I don't know. It didn't seem like she like made her presence known, at least for me in those two films. So like with this one, it definitely did seem like that. And then I mean, you say you didn't buy the chemistry between her and Anna Kendrick's character, but I liked it. I thought it was nice because you have she's playing this woman who's super confident, super says what's on her mind, like doesn't back down, and then you have like Anna Kendrick's character, super meek and shy and always apologizing for every little thing. So it was a nice contrast. Just in that relationship in and of itself was nice to see.
It was an interesting character relationship, yes, but yeah,
I'm not done.
I know, but I just.
Wow.
I just wanted to clarify that the relationship, why they were paired together was interesting. But continue. Go ahead.
The one thing the thing that was hard for me to buy was after. Okay, so we gave a spoiler alert. Yeah. Okay. So Emily ends up disappearing. She's missing. We don't know where she is.
Dun dun dun.
So then it just seems like kind of immediately Henry Golding, the husband, what was his name? It's not Nick, right? That was the son's name, right?
The son was Nicky.
Was it Ryan? No.
Ryan? No.
I don't know.
We'll find out. Continue.
But it just seemed like right away, him and Anna Kendrick kind of started this relationship as soon as she went missing. And I know that she was being super helpful in trying to comfort the husband and trying to be there for him and his son. But it all went so fast, and then they started this kind of Sean. Then they started this kind of hush-hush relationship and sleeping together, and then he was like, just move in with me, and it just seemed too rushed.
Which wasn't it part of the plot though, right? That was intentional. Was he falling in love with her, or was this part of the insurance claim to win all the money?
No, he was falling in love with her, right? He didn't know about according to him, he didn't know about Emily's plan. Her name's Emily, right? He didn't know about her plan to like try to stage her own disappearance and stage her murder. Like he just got kind of sign blinded by it like everyone else did. So that was one of the things that I was like, I don't know about that.
Did they ever? And this is just bringing it because now I'm confused. Did they ever definitively say what the original what the plan was? Like, why did she go missing? I thought it was because she wanted to claim the insurance.
So I think it was her twin sister, which is another crazy plot twist in there. She ends up having a twin sister. So the twin sister basically
triplets. They were triplets.
They were triplets, but one of them died in the womb. So her twin sister Faith was trying to basically lure her out to she can
financially trap her. And,
basically threaten her if she doesn't give her $1 million or whatever she asked for.
They caused a fire.
So that's what happened. That's what caused her to leave, and then
she just kills.
But then I think because she wasn't going up. She wasn't. I don't know. That's where I kind of got a little confused too. Like,
there's just too many twists.
There was a lot of twists. So like, she met up with her sister. Her sister said, "You got to give me this money."
Or I'm telling about our fire we caused.
Right, about what we did.
Yeah.
They tried to burn their parents' house down. So then she was like, "Fine, I'll do it." And then cut to a couple scenes later, she drowns her sister, the one who's trying to entrap her. She drowns her and kills her. So then I think after that, everything's just impromptu. Like everything's just like, okay, well, what's my next move? Because now I gotta, I don't think that anything that happened after that wasn't planned out. I think it was just, okay.
It was a reaction.
It was a reaction. So we were just watching her reactions unfold. And that got a little, it was interesting, but I feel like I don't know, guys.
It was
now that we're talking about it, because I feel like as a whole, the movie was really good, and it was really intriguing and really fun.
But
if we're grading it on,
just not even grading it. It was just still more of trying to process the twist that we say. Like realistically, I don't think they would have gone away with this many twists. Like I feel like they would have been able to. It would have been a record that there was twins, right? Like. I don't know how long the investigation was going on in terms of the autopsy and everything, but it was like a lot of whatever made the plot continue. Mm-hmm. Like the whole now we got to team up to make sure that we can put Sean on the line or in trouble. And
right.
It's just like, oh, now I've teamed up with Sean. Now we're trying to stop Emily.
Now we're trying to get Emily to confess on tape. But then, surprise, surprise, Emily's a step ahead of you guys. She removed the microphones.
Yeah.
So then, and then she shoots Sean, and then she's gonna kill.
It felt like it was more.
It was one after the other after the other.
Yeah, and maybe that wasn't the point. Maybe the point of it was not to get the plot, not to thread the plot into a single like narrative, because I feel like there's a lot of missing gaps, and I think that's part of the mystery of it was that all of this is just coming at you. You start to just get attacked with like new turns of like new information of just like, oh, now they found out this, so now they're trying to avoid to do that. Oh no, the insurance, they got busted with the insurance essentially. Now they want to put someone blame to, and it was just a lot of twists. And then like Anna Kendrick was like being a detective and finding out the truth herself, but at the same time she was making it look very odd and suspicious when the detective was talking to her, and so there was just like a lot of things of like what are we trying to do here, and I felt like it kept circling what it wanted to do, and it never finally said like, no, we are giving this mystery thriller from this point.
Yeah, and speaking,
it was like hot potato.
Well, yeah, exactly. And speaking of Anna Kendrick, I also what I noticed about like her character in the beginning was very, very like kind of like bubbly and cheesy and like
very,
super mom, soccer mom,
but almost.
And then I feel like she had such a drastic turnaround. Like towards the end, she took all of Emily's notes, and all of a sudden she was confident. She felt sexy. She felt, ready to, stand up to Emily. Like it was a quick turnaround. And it didn't seem like these changes happened progressively. It just seemed like after every scene she gained more. Like by the end, she was just like, it's not like she strayed away from the character she was. It seemed like in such a short time she became a slightly different character.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about it, if you really like, there's one thing to adapt characteristics from others, and that's a natural thing that everyone does, but to be able to kind of get that complete, like, now I'm fully confident I absorbed everything I need to from you kind of thing, in the moment where she was confused and not sure what was going on, it didn't make sense. So it felt like she copied what she wanted from Emily, but then it's kind of like, do you want to model yourself after everything she's done? Are you gonna does that mean you're gonna be like willing to do something that crazy just to cover something up? Right. So yeah, it was very odd the way the plot came out, and I don't think it would happen realistically. There would be no way that all that plot points would happen.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing about this film, I think. And I not to say it's a bad thing, but like we were saying, it was very they did things kind of in an unapologetic way. Like, yeah, we know we're throwing a lot of twists and turns at you. We know some of this stuff is a little out there, a little outlandish, but this is what we're giving you. That, so it's like it made it easier to digest it. So I think, because at the end of the film, we all looked at each other and we were like, we liked it. Like, overall,
yeah.
it was interesting. It was entertaining. It was, it had some attitude. It was cheeky, but a little outlandish. I don't want to say outlandish. That's not the word I'm trying to say. A little unrealistic. Even like the whole like ending, like the very climactic ending where it seems like Emily's gonna shoot Anna Kendrick in the street, and then the car comes, bam, and hits her. And so like that, very like.
It was
that was probably my biggest problem with the film, that ending. I wish they had landed it a little bit differently, because that was like typical movie.
Well, the entire third act was very movie like, and was like, it removed what it was doing for the first two acts. The whole first act of she's gone missing, what's going on, to the she is alive, and there's an alternative story going on now. Now it's not about her being gone. Now it's about this relationship between Sean and Stephanie, and Emily is not dead. So there's that affection, or not affection, that's affected the way that they were considering moving forward. So yeah, it was just a lot of those things that kind of was like, okay, I see where this is going. I can see where this can lead us to. And then they come with this whole like, let's like turn the tables on you. Let's like spin the bottle. Oh, it landed on you. That means it's your fault now. Now you got to come up with a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I honestly, the third act is what brings it down for me more than anything else, because it was just like, I see where we're going. I'm willing to go with this. But I have to feel like it's rewarding at the end. And it felt like the climax of it, the whole end result wasn't the reward I wanted. I felt like I was going to get another reward, but it didn't come off with that. It came more of like another. Yeah, it just came off with another. I don't want to say like. I'm trying to think of a comparison to say it came more with a consolation prize than the actual.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I agree. Ruben, do you have something you want to add? Or are you still good over there?
I'm still good.
Okay.
He's like the weatherman.
I know.
The guy. I'm good.
Clear skies over here. I wanted to
Actually,
well, now that you mention it, one thing that I did get, I was gonna say, there were a couple times where I thought it was gonna go one direction and it didn't. So remember, this is like being really specific too, but remember the scene,
scenes or aspects.
I know, right? Remember the scene when she was trying on her Emily's black dress and she couldn't get it off, and the detective came and was questioning her.
Yes.
And remember when the detective was like, you must have not dealt with law enforcement before, have you? And then it like kind of flashed back to a scene of her opening the door to the cops.
The reveal, yes.
I thought as soon as they did that, this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought the detective was going to say, well, when we came and visited you, we planted mics throughout the house, or we planted cameras, and we've seen, you and having an affair with this man's husband or something like that. That's where I thought the direction of that scene was going in particular, because it looked like it was gonna like show us, like it looked, like she was out of the loop, like she didn't know something, but the detective did. That's where I thought that was going, but it didn't. I don't know if you guys thought that.
That detective was really playing the like I'm a detective and confidence, like very, very well. Like it wasn't like over the top. It was more of just like, I've done this for a while now, so I know what the procedures are.
And I wonder, like, are detectives really like that? I feel like a lot of detectives, that's how they're depicted in film. Very cocky, very like in the know, like I know more, like I'm not stupid,
Right.
Like, don't try to play me for a fool.
So you're telling me
right,
that at 4:55 you thought it was good to, like, yeah, I see what you're saying. But they just have that kind of like just confess, tell me what you know.
Yeah, like let's stop BSing each other.
Yep.
But anyways, so that was that, and then at the end, towards the end, when Emily did shoot Sean, and then remember she kind of kicked him, was like, okay, get up or whatever. Remember that part?
Yes.
I don't know what I thought. I thought they were gonna, the way she did it, I thought like her and maybe it was gonna be revealed that her and Sean had planned the whole thing the whole time.
That's what I thought it was.
Or something like it. That's what it seemed like right there when she was like, okay, get up. Like, you've done enough acting. And then I thought they were going to reveal to Stephanie, Anna Kendrick, that like, we cooked this up the entire time kind of deal. So it didn't go.
It would have been nice. It would have been. I mean, for Anna Kendrick's characters, no, it wouldn't.
That would have sucked for her character, but that would have been a
Bonnie
really.
And Clyde,
that would have been that would have been a cool twist, I think, too. Like that, I probably would have liked that more. It would have been really unfortunate for Stephanie that they, they still could have over on her like that.
They still could have ended it with her finding a way to come back and get them back, where they're like, "Oh, now you're gonna give me half of your money," or something. Like they still could have had Emily come out on top. That scene in particular would have been like they thought they won. That would have been fine, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was definitely one of those where it was just like, at that point, it was, that scene itself kind of highlights exactly that entire, like, now it's your turn to kind of say whose fault it is.
Yeah,
and
it's like it's like a tit for tat thing. Like, now the ball's in your court. What are you going to do?
Right, exactly.
Right. I get you. Well, did you have a standout scene or favorite thing about this film? Memorable moment?
I mean...
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah, go for it.
The whole brother effer. The brother effer joke. I've literally been thinking about that all week. And I've been like slightly mumbling it to myself. It was just, it was hilarious. Sorry. that was mine.
That was a good scene. I was laughing at that point.
That was like a dark,
yeah.
like really, like, oh my gosh. So spoiler: Stephanie, Anna Kendrick. She's telling Emily about this time that she met her
confession.
Her deepest,
secret.
darkest secret. Yeah. She met her half brother, and basically they had sex. So then Blake Lively was like, "Brother, ever," and she kept saying that all throughout the film. And I thought it was just so funny, and I've just been like thinking about it all week and laughing,
finding a way to say it to someone.
Yeah, like just
waiting for someone to tell me.
I know. Please, somebody tell me that secret so I can react the Blake Lively moment.
Okay, so particular the parts that I really enjoyed from this film. It's unfortunate that Blake Lively didn't have much solo time. A lot of it was with someone. Mm-hmm. But I did like Anna Kendrick's detective scenes, just because those are the fun ones to kind of unravel what was going on. And when she went to Emily's, Hope, and Faith's house, and that whole reveal, and then she thinks she's getting away, and it looks like she's gonna get caught by
the dad.
I don't think that was dad.
Or not the dad.
It was some kind of caretaker or farmer, some kind of person. But yeah, so like that entire thing was fun. All the things that she was like starting to do to kind of find out more, like when she went to the job and she did some digging, and then when she was leaving, she remembered what Emily had said to do. How do we have to behave with her boss in order to get it your way or whatever, and so she did. Like those little things were fun. The little detective scenes
for sure. All right. Well, with that said, do you want to let everyone know what your final real score for this film is?
Yes. So my real score for this film,
I asked you that like you had it was optional. Like we don't do that at the end of every episode. So we're gonna switch things up a little differently here, Oscar. Why don't you give a real score for this film?
But yeah, so my score is going to be a 3.5 out of 5. This one really did have a fun feel to it, watching it. As you said, knowing that we just talked about a lot of intense searching and Gone Girl intense mystery thrillers of kidnapped or missing people. Those were really fun itself for their own thrills, but this one provided kind of a relaxed mystery.
And you know what's funny that you just said that? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but all three those two, I know, seriously, I know. But those two films you just mentioned and this one, like it's a kidnapping person gone, but none of them were kidnapped. Like Gone Girl, she staged her own. This one, she staged her own. In Searching, she ran away, but then just got pushed into a ditch. Yeah. So it's like nobody got kidnapped. So I say that if you see a trailer for a new film where it seems like a girl's missing, she probably is not missing. She's probably either staged it or something else is going on.
That's funny. But no, yes, absolutely. So those to get a one that kind of has a little bit of a dark comedy to it was relaxing, knowing that it's not taking itself seriously, but that doesn't mean the story can't be good. Mm-hmm. So that was fun to see throughout the entire movie play out. And unfortunately that the last act for me is what just brings it down. Didn't stick its landing. It kind of was like a fumble, and it didn't pick it up, and it was keep like passing it on to the next person to kind of take it over. Yeah. So yeah, that was. But the visuals were really nice. The locations, for the camp, for the house.
Really, the home was beautiful. A lot of the scenes were shot in this beautiful mansion.
Yes, really beautiful.
Even the music of the film, was very sultry and Parisian. And Ruben, I think you said this might have been a foreign.
Oh, like you thought it was inspired by?
It seemed like it was inspired by a foreign film or something.
Yeah, based off how weird it was.
Yeah,
based off how weird.
Yeah,
it was definitely really weird.
Kind of out of the box, like not a standard film released like that. We're us Americans.
Oh my god!
I guess are used to watching, but
no, yeah, that's true. That made it stand out for a little bit for what it did. You didn't think of anything else when you didn't have any comparison. Like, oh, that sounds like a little bit of this kind of movie, right. So that was cool. And then it was it provided fun to it. It was a nice thriller. It wasn't a serious thriller, which was a nice refresher, but it didn't stick its landing when it tried to unravel the entire twists and turns.
Exactly.
Based off a novel.
It's based off a novel.
Now we didn't read the book.
A 2017 novel.
A 2017 novel. Dang. So the novel came out a year ago.
You're telling me that I can go write a book right now, and it's possible that next year the movie gets made.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Well,
good
if
enough.
Simple Favor can get him.
Right. Okay. Thanks
What's
for
your
the
score?
Thanks for the info, Ruben. My score is the same as yours, 3.5. For the same reasons. It was fun. It was interesting. I really liked the cast, but it was like two twists too many for me and there were a couple directions that it just seemed like it was gonna go in, but it didn't. The land, you not sticking the land in, I agree with. I think it could have done something more interesting or more unforeseen, but it kind of went with a safe kind of cliche ending, and so I didn't love that. But overall, I think it's a really fun film to watch. It was refreshing. It was out of the box a little bit, and I like that even the trailer didn't give you much. Like, it told you like that this woman was gonna go missing, but it's still, the trailer for me left it very still mysterious. It kept it very like just enough at bay that like it intrigues you. It draws you in to want to see it, but it doesn't like give you too much.
And just based on, I just want to quickly just mention the title itself, the favor of just picking up her son.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was another thing.
That
I
was
wanted
a
to mention
very,
too.
very simple favor.
Yeah, it was a simple favor, and that's what kicked off this whole,
Yeah.
I don't want to say adventure, but kicked off these shenanigans that happened, like just a simple favor.
Yeah, that started the domino fall.
So yeah. But listeners, we want to know what you guys thought of A Simple Favor. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you with us? Thought it was good, but it could have landed a little differently. Just share your thoughts with us. Remember, we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Team Reel-ists. You can drop us a comment on YouTube and on iTunes. And yeah, just let us know what you think. We're always here to listen. We're always here to get your feedback, so we'd appreciate it. Any last words, Oscarito?
No, that's all. Hopefully we get some feedback so we can discuss this more with everyone.
Absolutely. Until next time, guys, we will see you soon. Well, we won't see you, but you'll hear us. You'll hear from us soon.